Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome to another. So, what was your favorite book when you were a child? Your favorite children's book? And what I want to know is, have you read that book again as an adult? My other question, is how did that book hold up? Were you, in your jaded adult state, horrified at how shit the book was? Or were you like, wow, that book is still so cool, I just love it? And is it a book that you are going to perhaps read to your children or have read to your children, knowing that it's such an awesome book? Well, my favorite book as a child was a book called The Secret Garden. When I say child, I'm not talking about a little baba, okay? When I was like sort of 12, 13 years old, my favorite book was a book called The Secret Garden. And it's by Frances Hodgson Burnett. That's my copy. I think I've shown you this before. I don't know if you can all see it. Okay, there it is. I bought this about 2 years ago, and I sat down. I've read it again prior to being a child. But I decided to sit down, knowing I was going to do this video. I decided to sit down 2 weeks ago and actually read this cover to cover. And I can tell you from my having reread this book that it stands up to the test of time. It's the most beautiful book. I can read it. I can actually sit down right now and read it again. It's a gorgeous book. Today's video is not about the book, but it's definitely about looking at your childhood book and deciding, like, is it really worth rereading? I think that a lot of our childhood memories of stories and reading books and things, I think sometimes what we do is we look at them with rose-tinted spectacles. I'm going to give you a quick example. In the 80s, I was a very weird gothic. I was very into the whole goth scene, okay? And one of the bands that I was completely into was a band called Yazoo. And they only brought out 2 albums, and I was completely into Yazoo, all right? I listened to Yazoo about 4 years ago. I found both albums on sale, and I was like, oh my God, I remember this. And I knew some of the songs. I didn't know all the songs. Couldn't remember all the songs. And I listened to the 2 albums, and they were terrible. I was absolutely shocked at how shit the music is. Some of the songs are fantastic, but 90% of these songs are horrible. And I could not believe that I was so into this music. And it's the same with books. I think if we look back, a lot of us, if we look back, we think, oh my God, this book is absolutely shit. How in God's name could I have actually really, really enjoyed this as a child? I'm very lucky, and I'm sure many, many of you are very lucky in that you actually do have a book, a memory of a book, that having reread it as an adult, you're still like, freaking awesome, man. I'm going to read that to my kids. My kid's going to love it. I had a friend who had children, and there was a book called The Secret of Nim. It's about these rats, and it's so cute. And it's actually quite scary if it's an adult. If you read it, it actually means more. And they read the story to their kids. They had read it when they were at school, and these kids were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Mom! What a great book." And they will probably have that as their memory, and they will then hopefully read it to their kids. And so that's how books get passed down the line, and that's how stories stay fresh and stay sort of in people's minds, even though they are old stories. So yeah, The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Okay, as a child, you don't care who writes these things. Let me know what your favorite book was, and let's have a little bit of an argument, maybe a bit of a heated discussion down at the bottom. Whose book was the best? Okay, keep it tidy, keep it neat. Don't swear at each other. But let's see how many memories you guys have got, and whether everything has stood the test of time. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more book chat. Bye.